Hi, it's John Vinny. So I'm here to talk you through the content of my Higher Self Intermediate Training Course. So if you've completed the Higher Self Foundational Course, this may interest you. And this course is a shift from the foundational course. So the foundational course is more about your personal development and building on your daily practices and allowing you to give you a strong platform for growth. And then the intermediate training is more of a shift for you becoming the starting point for you becoming a practitioner. And this means doing these services, these tools and techniques and abilities that you've learned for others. And perhaps this is something you're going to do part-time as a hobby, or you're going to start your own business. And so this is a great way of getting into a lot more depth. And first of all, I'll prepare you by saying this is way more in depth than the Higher Self Foundational Training. And I don't know the exact amount of time that it'll take you each week, but perhaps if you're spending 1 or 2 hours in the foundational course each week, including the Zoom call, this will be about 2 hours once a week, plus an optional 1 or 1.5 hour each week Zoom call. And I would dedicate at least 1 hour to 2 hours each week for the coursework. So there's lots there. And just like any training course, the more you put into it, the more you'll get back out of it. And this course in particular, I often run in smaller classes. So you're a lot closer with me, and I'm able to give you a lot more tailored feedback, coaching, and help on specific topics throughout the course. So let's get into what it's about. So first of all, to be able to enter this training course, to be able to apply, you must complete the Higher Self Foundational Training, or you and I need to have a conversation about what you have done, what your ability is so far, the breadth of your experience, so that I can figure out whether or not you've got the relevant equivalent experience and training. And it's not that my training courses are better or worse than anyone else's. It's more about understanding the depth and the kind of layers of foundations that the intermediate training course requires you to have before you start it. Okay, so week 1 is all about working with quantum energy healing and going way deeper than you've done before. So we go through in-depth chakra scanning, healing, entity removal, and gift activation, and light language. And these are the essence. This is the essence of being able to practice this on others. And so in the training, you get to practice this on other class members. And we also arrange follow-ups later in the course where you can practice these sessions on volunteers from our membership group. And then week 2, you learn how to take someone to a past life regression and access and heal things like I call hidden witch wounds. So understanding the trauma from past lives. And it might be, if it's what I call a witch wound, it might be related to your solar plexus, to your throat chakra. It can be many different places. And it's all about understanding how to take someone there safely to perform the healing and then bring them back and bring the healing into this life, and giving your client the practical steps that you'll have that they can develop their gifts moving forwards. Week 3 is about your greatest shadow work. So facing your greatest fears, understanding how to go way more in depth about negative attachments, who they are, why they attach, the different types of attachments, the different levels of attacks that people experience, and not just clearing people's bodies, but also moving on to clearing their homes, the ley lines around them, and also understanding the differences between cords and attachments, so energetic cords, and learning how to clear and disconnect cords safely. Week 4, we go into depth about running a client session. And so setting up the safe space, bringing forward a client spirit guide, and then taking them through these, the healing modalities, whether it's in their body, first of all, and in their chakras, or going to past, present, or future lives, setting the intention for the work we do, and also introduction to topics such as mediumship and providing readings for others. In week 5, we go into soul retrieval. So we actually get a volunteer, whether it's in the class or in our membership or someone else, that we bring into the practical Zoom call, and we do a soul retrieval in our safe space. And so we go to hell or the infinite void, but we would try and go to hell and or not try and go to hell, but try and get someone's who has a soul fragment there, and then go there, find out what the trauma is, understand the best place to heal and integrate, whether it's right there and then, or to bring them back up to the surface, if you like, to be able to perform the healing and integration, and also to be able to help with developing a sustainable practice. So your health, your energy, your clearing, your grounding, and your protection. And also understanding all the risks. It's very exciting work, but it's risky work. And so it's important to understand the risks and mitigations and how to protect yourself doing this work. Week 6 is about grid work, sacred sites and past lives, the planetary grid, the activation of the planetary grid and sites, and then also understanding the roles of gatekeepers of the grid. And what's beautiful about this is you get to work with locations that you choose. It could be your home or your home and a secondary location. And as a class, we work together. We can do remote healings for each other's areas or locations around the world. We can also do deep dives into the past and the history of specific locations. It's a lot of fun, but it's also very serious work. And we learn what to do when we visit sacred sites, both metaphysically and in person, and how to help understand their roles, if there's any stones there, what their purposes is, to be able to talk and communicate with them, and to be able to assist however we best we can, whether it's activation, healing, or whatever comes through at the time. Week 7 is about really bringing all of these skills together. So you've learned this whole range, this breadth of different skills that you may need when you're doing a client session, and to begin to now look at running multiple client sessions. So this is a client that you're taking through multiple sessions one at a time. And so looking for continuous progression, setting out some ideas, approaches, and patterns that allow you to support your client the best, and also receiving messages in between, both from your clients and also from their guides between each session, and how to also do things like live streams. So they're risky, but very rewarding, and understanding the protection and mitigation you need to be able to do live readings and quantum sessions. And then week 8, we get a really deep dive into setting up your own dream life. So what are the kind of mechanisms and approaches, both from a third dimensional practical perspective, and even more importantly, from a self-love and self-care and sustainable practice from yourself, learning how to develop yourself so that you can continue to do whatever you choose sustainably and to have happy, high vibrations and clean energy. And so we talk through how to receive your dream life vision, how to identify gaps, what actions to take, how to be divinely guided to create your services and offerings for others, or the components, the building blocks of your dream life, and also how to have this continuous automation behind your work so that it becomes fun, fast, and flow, fabulous, and really step into your dream life. And then after that, you can go into the advanced course or into into mentoring sessions. I do 3 to 6 month mentoring sessions. So that is the Higher Self Intermediate Training Course, 8-week training course. You can check out my website, johnbinney.com, and visit the trainings and meditation section. And there it'll show you the next time we're running the intermediate training. And if you've completed the intermediate training and you're interested in the advanced training course, then I will also be sharing a video on that. So look out for that. Thank you so much. I hope this finds you well. And if you have any questions, please do let me know. Sending my love.